In this repair video, we're going to be working on the MSI GeForce GTX 1080 Ti Duke 11G OC. And the card came here because it does not power on. Let's read what the customer wrote. He actually mailed two cards. And the one that we are currently working on is the Duke card. Top 8-pin power connector is bad. The two connectors are intact. Absolutely no problems at all. I do not know how the customer came to the conclusion that the connectors are bad. The first thing I want to do is start with those coils. I want to see if we have a short on our 12-volt rail. Meter in continuity mode. One probe on ground and one probe here. Continuity mode and not ohms mode. And we have a short. We have a short on this 12-volt rail. This one here. What about the other one? The other one, we have a 425 ohm reading, so we do not have a short here. We have a short right over here. What is causing the short on this 12-volt line? That's a very good question. Usually, from experience, a short here is likely caused by the V-core MOSFETs or VMEM MOSFETs. Let me just quickly look at the MOSFETs here. Sometimes I can tell if a MOSFET is bad by maybe burnt flux on the edge of the MOSFET, or the MOSFET itself does not look good. So I just want to quickly take a look at those MOSFETs and see if we notice anything obvious. A MOSFET does not have to look bad to be bad. But I'm just doing a quick visual inspection on those MOSFETs. And let's check VMEM. And look at this. I see something I do not like. I see burned flux, and that's burned factory flux. Look at this. Signs of burned flux here and signs of burned flux here. That's a good indication that those MOSFETs, they suffered a lot of heat. Now, they may be good or bad. We do not know. Right now, anything could be the problem. I do not have a circuit or board diagram for this video card, but let's see if we can figure it out. What I'm going to do is inject 1.2 volts here, and we're going to monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what gets hot. It could be any one of the MOSFETs that we looked at, or it could be something else. Now, as long as the 12 volts did not make its way through to the GPU, we should be good. We should be able to fix this card. But if the GPU got hit by 12 volts, then this card will be deemed a no fix. So let's inject voltage at the shorted area of the coil from the top or bottom. I have my voltage injection tool set at 1.2 volts. And right now, the board is drawing 2.9 amps. But I do not see anything hot on the board. And the GPU is cold. GPU is that cold. And that's a good thing. It means the GPU is not receiving the voltage. What if we bump voltage up to 1.7 volts? Since the GPU is not receiving any voltage, it's safe to inject more voltage. Let's do 1.6 volts and see if anything gets hot. Oh, right now the voltage injection tool is drawing 3.9 amps. 3.9. But I'm still not able to pinpoint where the short is coming from. And our GPU is that cold. Look at this. Let's bump up voltage to possibly maybe 2.20. Right now, the board is drawing 5.3 amps. And look at this. We found it. We found it. Let's see if you can see it. I'm going to inject voltage at the coil and tell me what the problem is. Right there on top left. The two MOSFETs for VMEM. And notice how top left is getting hot. I'm going to remove the probe and it went cold again. So we have a problem right here. We have a problem right here. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to let go, and heat spot is gone. What about the GPU? Is the GPU getting affected by 2.2 volts? Let's see. Inject voltage, and the GPU is that cold. That cold. The problem right now is one of those two MOSFETs. Honestly, I was not able to pinpoint which one of those two MOSFETs is faulty. I could bump up voltage even more, and then we can pinpoint where heat is coming from. But to me, it's obvious that the problem is this MOSFET here because of the burnt flux. We have burnt flux here, and we have burnt flux here. And it's very likely that the problem is this MOSFET right here. Let's remove the first MOSFET and see if that will release our short. And we have to be careful when we heat up because we have aluminum capacitors right next to the MOSFET, right here. We do not want to apply heat to those capacitors because they're going to pop. So we have to be careful. I put this metal shield over the capacitors. Hot air station at max, 500C. That's one thick board, so it's going to take a lot of heat to desolder anything on that board. We're going to apply some flux because flux helps with the flow of solder. And it looks like that MOSFET fused itself to the board. That MOSFET fused itself to the board. I'm not able to remove that bottom portion of the MOSFET, and I'm using a 1200 watt hot air station. I mean, look at the MOSFET next to it. It was able to shift and move. But this one, the MOSFET fused itself down to the board. And that's why I told you the problem may be this MOSFET because of the burnt flux. Let me straighten this one out. And I can tell you, if you are using a 1000 watt hot air station, you're going to have a very hard time desoldering components of video cards. We are selling an awesome hot air station on our website. It's 1200 watt from Best, and it's a touch screen. I'm going to probably review it sometime in the future, but of course not today. All right, press down on it. Make sure all the pins are making a good connection. And now we can test to see if we still have a short. Let's go back here. Meter in continuity mode. Right here. Why don't we remove the second MOSFET, this one here? Maybe both of them are bad. Let's remove this one. Just cool the board down with some alcohol. And let's measure. Do we have a short now? And we do. Right now with the two MOSFETs out, we still have a short. So we're gonna inject voltage here again, and we're gonna monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what else is causing the problem. Okay, so something is getting hot in that very same area. It looks like the short is coming because of damage onto the layers of the board. Watch this. See? As soon as we inject voltage, something is getting hot at the two MOSFETs that we removed. Right here. And if we take a look at that area one more time, I mean, this area is cooked. Let's test to see if we still have a short now. And we do. And that's it. I'm not going to work on this card anymore. We wasted enough time, and it looks like it's something that we're not going to be able to fix because of a short that is happening within layers of the board. And we're gonna call it off right here. There's no need to spend any more time working on this card. And that is the reason why I do not like to work on video cards, because they consume a lot of time, and then you may come to the conclusion where the card is a no fix. Unlike laptops, where I actually have 80% chance of fixing the device, with video cards I would say 40-60. 40% it may be fixable and 60% not fixable. That's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.